A video about the works of Dr. Rudd, and here we have the Goetia, and then we also have the Solomonic Archangels and Demon Princes. And this book by Stephen Skinner and David Rankine has the Lemegeddon Clavicula Salomonis, including Ars Armadel, Ars Paulina, Theurgia, Goetia, Liber Malorum Spiritum Seu Goetia. And they all consist of different manuscripts. Let's see here. There we go. And here the book starts. There's quite a lot of how you collect the manuscripts and everything you need to know about that. And then here we have the real Goetia starting. And that book is quite thick. And then we go into where we have the sigils and so on. And then we have the conjurations. And they are lengthy. As you can see, you start with one, and then you go to the second conjuration, the constraint, invocation, lesser curse, conjuration of the fire, the greater curse, exorcist address to the spirit, welcome address to the spirit, the license to depart. And here are some things of the magical circle. And these manuscripts and books don't have anything. You need a heptameron to really put the work together, since they don't have the how to do anything. They just have the diagrams how to. So you have to work everything out yourself or learn it some way. And then we have the names of the hours. And then we have the directory of the 7 days of the week. And then we come to my personal favorite, Theurgia Goetia. That is the second part. And it's quite, this is what I work mainly with, and then Nokian, that is my daily practice. But this is my main key that has always been, is the Theurgia Goetia with the Shem angels. And each angel has also the demon they can constrain. So if you have a problem, you have an angel who can control that demon of the 72 demons and so on. And this is so, well, I love my Shem. I think everybody knows that. And then we go in and look at and here we have also great conjurations and timing and all that. Then we go into Art Pauline that is in this book. And this is all about the planetary hours, and here you have the table of practice. And this is the table. You have all the planets, and you have all the angels of the planets in one table, and so on. And I use a table of practice a lot, even if I used to have a real table, but nowadays I have a trays, different trays for different books. And then we have the one I also like is Art Pauline, Book 2, The Degrees of the Zodiac. And here we have the genie names. This book contains those, and but here you must need to know your rising sign, and that is a question about hours within your birth to know that. So, and here's one other I like, the Art Almadel, and this is created in wax by a consecrated pen, carved in, and then you have tablets, and this is to attain wisdom and knowledge from the angels. And this is like a wax table where you put all the candles in and so on. And I love this Art Almadel. And here you call on the chorus and the altitude and invocations. O the great and blessed and glorious angel of God, who ruleth, and so on. And then we go to the appendices that are great. And here we have all these. And here we come to the second part of the king, and then we also have the tables. And this book is good since it has both the Viris and Dr. Rudd's appendices, so you have the different spellings of the name angels, since they spelled the angel names sometimes different in those days. And if you think of like English it was like a mixture between German and English, and then you had French and English and Latin, and you have all these things that are, and Hebrew in the middle. So the spelling of the names might be quite different in the old books. So I always pronounce the names out loud and try to sound them out to see if that is the same angel. And then, of course, I call upon the angel and see what they prefer. So that was that book. So let's go into the second book. And I personally don't like that they split this book in two, since this contains works of Dr. Rudd. Since that means that it's all about when they deliver the books, when you order them and so on. So sometimes it is easier to look for the manuscripts and get your basis from that, and then you buy the books, but you still have access to the manuscripts. And then we have the main text, and here we have Janua Magica Resorata, and the celestial hierarchies, and the celestial angels, sacred angelics of the hierarchies of the orders of the evil spirits, the angels of good, bad, the degrees. And then we have here Dr. Rudd's 9 hierarchies of angels with the invocation to visible appearance, and here we have Metatron, Raziel, and so on. And then we also have the demonic princes and list of illustrations. And here we have some of the manuscripts. And here we look, these are all the notes. So you have a lot of notes coming with all these manuscripts as well, and so on. And let's see, order of a word explanation, since they weren't always spelled right, and so on. And here we come, Dr. Rudd's 9 hierarchies of angels with the invocations to visible appearance and the signs of appearance. And here we go. As you look at the Metatron, it's quite different from nowadays spelling. Safkiel, Anael, and some spell it Haniel. And then we go into the keys. So here we start to have these to the archangels. And if we look at, let's say, one prayer or invocation, you go here and you read that one, and you read the whole text, asking them to appear in the crystal stone or glass receptacle, and then we go to one more, and it goes on like that. And here's Michael and Uriel and Shmeliel. And this is all these callings and these and then we have alternative versions, and then we go into the demonic princes, and that isn't thick, so here is a little bit about them when you call them. And so on. But these are and I think that they are very good, and but you also need to have access to the manuscript and search for the manuscript, since one manuscripts give you some information that the other manuscripts don't lack, and it isn't always that you can understand one manuscript. So it's great to have Dr. Joseph Peterson. He had this esoterical archives with all the collections of the different manuscripts, and then you have other resources, and Dr. Stephen Skinner, he puts out the manuscripts when he's translated them. The manuscripts, like they are free on the internet, so you can read them, since you have to understand the text yourselves to make them work. And then you, of course, I use the Bible. And you know what, when the prayers shift, you have the different seasons, the different weekdays, and you have to learn your way through the common daily prayer books. Why you have different prayers each day of the week, and why you have different circles in spring or autumn, and so on, and why. So that is the knowledge you need, the Bible and the common daily prayer books. And I found, I'm not good at the other prayer books, but I found that there are prayer books in all religions with daily prayers and so on the apps. So look at the apps for free prayers, daily prayers, common apps, and see how they fit in with your particular faith. And then you download the prayers for every day and or the seasons and so on. Or you can buy the wonderful, very thick books with the common prayers that are hard to find and so on. So I hope this inspires you a lot, and have a magical, magical day. Bye for now.